Generational wealth, that's the key. My parents ain't have shit, so that shift started with me.
Generational Wealth University, building wealth with financial literacy in stocks, real estate, credit, reselling, taxes, and more. Brick by brick. Classes in session with Generational Wealth University.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It is your favorite host. I am Shooter for Hire, but hey, you can call me Shooter. And this is episode 3 of the Teacher's Lounge, powered by Generational Wealth Network and Generational Wealth University. Yo, episode 3. If you haven't checked out already, episode 1 and 2 is live on stream on all platforms streaming. I'm talking iTunes, Spotify, Google, Amazon, anything you could think of. We are lit on all streaming platforms. And if you want the visual, jump on our YouTube page. And that's Generational Wealth University on our YouTube page. Enough of the plugs. Let's get right to it. You know what it is. I know what y'all here for. Y'all here for that content. Y'all here for that fresh new. Speaking of new, I got my girl Nubia in here, man. We're going to be talking about the importance of health, mental awareness, and just overall. Without those two combinations, you can't gain access to generational wealth. I don't care who you are. Your health has to be on point. Your mental aspect has to be strong to handle a lot of these opportunities and a lot of these challenges that may come towards you throughout this journey. So I have my good friend. She's a fitness wellness coach, business owner, entrepreneur, life coach. I mean, I can go on and on, but y'all didn't come here for me. Y'all came here to see my homegirl, Nubia. So let me bring Nubia in from backstage and let's get right into it. The Teacher's Lounge. Yo.
What up?
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. Happy to be here. Thanks for bringing me on stage. I was getting antsy backstage.
Well, hopefully, hey, we had some Fiji water in the back with some nice sandwich wraps and everything. Hopefully, the people took care of you backstage. You feel me? And if they didn't, let me know.
I was good. They were pouring me some champs. I was good to go.
Champs. Well, I appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. I know Friday is one of your busy days. Pretty sure you have several different classes that you teach. Definitely want to jump into that with the pandemic and how you changed your business model to match the pandemic. But before we get into that, how are you? How's your mental health going?
Oh, man. Pivoting during the pandemic was actually pretty freaking awesome. My mental health is good. That actually takes me right into how I changed during the pandemic and how I pivoted. Because I also am like you, who understands that our mental health is extremely important.
Yeah.
I went from being a trainer in person
Yes.
to actually taking my business 100% online. And it's been absolutely amazing. I did that because how important it is for our mental health to exercise, to keep us out of depression.
Sure.
To be able to provide for our families mentally.
Right.
Whether you're a business owner or a mom, a dad, a sister, a daughter, whatever it may be.
Yeah.
Exercising is extremely important for our mental health. So my mental health is good because I exercise and move my body daily.
Nice. And I like to kick my show off with that question, because I think it's very important just to kind of tap in with the people that because if y'all don't, I just didn't meet Nubia off the street, y'all. I've known Nubia for some years now, and it's very important to check in on your friends, and it can just be randomly, you know what I'm saying, a quick text, hey, how you doing, how's your mental health, how's the family, those type of questions could be timely, in a sense of somebody could be really going through something. And if you reach out to them and just check up on them, you can possibly save a life. You know what I mean? Not to be over dramatic, but I'm just keeping it a buck, man. It's very important that we tap in with each other. So I'm happy to hear that your mental health is definitely good. I know personally that your mental health is very good because on your Instagram, because if y'all don't know, Nubia is one of the biggest influencers in San Diego. And yes, I'm not gassing her up because she's right here. I've told her this several times. She's a big inspiration to not just women, but for all. And if you ever go to her Instagram page, which is tagged right underneath her right now in her name, she's not only helping people lose weight or reach their fitness goals, but she's also helping people realize how important it is to have a strong mental base during these rough times during the pandemic. We're approaching 1 full year of being on lockdown, and I can honestly say before the pandemic, you always been like this. Can you explain and kind of take a deep dive on, where do you get the energy to maintain this even kill, especially during this time? And then I know this is a long question, and then taking that energy and putting it out to your thousands of subscribers and the thousands of women that you train daily.
I guess my inspiration is life. Honestly, I feel like as long as our mental health is in a great, healthy state, you're able to tackle anything that life throws at you, all the unexpected things that life throws at you, such as the pandemic. Before the pandemic, you're right. I know it's a privilege to be able to move our bodies every day. I think it's extremely important to understand that being healthy is a blessing. Being healthy is a gift. There's a million people out there that are in wheelchairs that can't even take a beautiful walk outside. And that means something to me. So I take advantage of that daily. And I tell my clients, take a mile outside a day. That's extreme discipline. If you do one thing right every single day and you enjoy the free things in life, man, I mean, that brings us into the wealth side, but if you just appreciate the free things in life, such as the sunshine, I mean, we're from San Diego, the outdoors, the beautiful parks, then your mental health will be fueled by the sunshine, by a person that you may walk by outside in a mask and say like, good morning. You might, like you mentioned, making someone's day, just reaching out and being like, hey, how are you? Like, how are you doing? And before the pandemic, I was still exercising every day. During the pandemic, I wasn't going to the reason I went online is I wasn't going to let something I could not control me.
Right.
Mentally and physically. I mean, now financially too, I made something that's pandemic proof, but you can't allow the things you can't control affect you mentally. So yeah.
Okay. And let me ask you this, because before the pandemic, you were working out of one of the gyms out here in San Diego. I believe it's called The Gym, actually, in PB. And you had several hundreds of clients throughout working out in that gym. The first day of lockdown, what went through your mind about your business, if you can recall?
I do recall the first day of lockdown. I was like, I know how important it is to me. I'm a college athlete. Like I'm an athlete at heart. So I thrive off of competition.
Sure.
In any state. And I was like, what can I do in order to serve those people that are also like me, who thrive off of exercise and competition?
Sure.
And I was like, I need to go online. I just need to do something. I just need to go online because that's all we have.
Right.
And there's no way we're going to allow all this hard work that we've done affect us. Like there's no way we're going to allow the lockdown to be like, yeah, girl, you're going to get fat, out of shape, depressed. Like you're done. Like it's over. I was like, hell no. So home workouts became my jam. I jumped on Zoom. I started off, no lie, I swear, the first week. And I invite you all the time too. I'm like,
facts.
Hey, you posted out there. You said you wanted to be held accountable, and I'm like, hey, B, I got you. If consistency is my superpower.
Yeah. Hey, just to put on a record, Nubia is my trainer, man. I didn't join in the beginning, but she holds me accountable. She's on me. Like yesterday, she sent me a text, was like, "Yo, where's your weight at?" Just out the blue. Wasn't even no, hey, hi, good morning, what's up, D? How's the family? Whoa, whoa, whoa. It was like, yo, where's your weight at? Because but I like that. You know what I mean? So, um, was there a oh shit moment when the pandemic hit? Like, did you have to like take a couple of days and just trying to register everything? Like, okay, we're on lockdown. I need to change my business model ASAP. I know you mentioned you jumped on Zoom. Was there any learning curve for you?
Fuck. Oh, sorry.
No,
My
you're
bad.
good. You're good. You're good.
My bad, B.
You
Um,
good.
yes, I did shoot you that DM because you said you wanted to lose 3 extra pounds, and that was like a couple weeks ago, which you hit. So congratulations to you. And you want to come down some more. So
Yeah.
I always tell everybody, I'm like, all you need to do is join me. Like, I got you. I do the Zooms. I still do them donation based. If you want to work one-on-one options, but
Yeah.
I do them donation based because I saw how important it was to get on Zoom.
Yeah.
But the learning curve, oh my God. Techno- Technology was like not my jam. Not like that.
Yeah.
I'm really good in person. I love people. Like, I can connect that way, but
Sure.
yeah, there was a learning curve, and I had and I'm my expectations are high, and I didn't want like Wi-Fi and like all these interruptions, and I was hearing about all these like other influencers just having all these technical issues. So
Yeah.
I stayed up and would call my family, be like, I'm gonna jump on Zoom. I've never done it before. Like, let me test this out.
Yeah.
I'm all about the music, so I was like, what's the volume like? Like, I was crazy. Like,
Yo, I can only imagine, right? Like if you're not like technical savvy like
oh
that, and
God.
then boom, everything shuts down. And you're like, okay, let me take a step back. Okay, I know what I got to do. I got to jump online. How do you use this thing? Help! Send help
Yeah. Yes.
ASAP, please.
You want to know what's so funny? I think it was, I forget what holiday it was. I was at my family's house, and I remember
Yeah.
because we were drinking tequila, and I was a little buzzed. And
Hey.
my friends called, and there was like 7 of us on this FaceTime call.
Okay.
And I was like, and I've never done that before, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
we're on this lockdown, and I'm like, this is dope. Like, can I do this in workouts? And they were
Yeah.
like, yeah, there's this thing called Zoom, and there was some other business one.
You have Zoom. You have. I don't want. It's not Slack. Yeah, Slack. You have Slack.
No, it was something else. What was it?
Uh, it's like on a tip of my
Anyway,
tongue. Anyway, yeah.
and
Shout out to Zoom, man.
right, for real. Thank
Need y'all.
you.
But
Right?
yeah. Shout out to Zoom. But I'm
Uh-huh.
down with the StreamYard, baby. Shout out to StreamYard. Hopefully, I
Hey,
one day
whatever.
StreamYard can sponsor my podcast. But shout out to StreamYard.
StreamYard sponsor, shooter for hire.
Yeah, follow the IG StreamYard. Let's get it. But go ahead.
Enough. Okay. Enough with the sponsor. Enough with the sponsor commercials. Clearly, we're athletes. Clearly, we're athletes. We watch
Clearly, right?
TV.
Watch too
Uh
much TV.
huh. Only sports. But what was I even
You were
saying?
talking about the Zoom. How you was
Zoom.
like, can
Yeah.
I do the Zoom? Yep.
So I looked up Zoom, and I'm like, okay, let me try this. I made sure I paid for it because I'm like, I'm not about to get kicked off because there's too many people or whatever it may be.
Yeah. Free Zoom only
I
gives you 45 minutes.
Okay, so I paid for it.
You
My
did right.
first class, after I did all the practicing and all the things, reached out to my family because family's the bomb and they could help.
Right.
And like tested it all out. I'm like, all right, I'm sweating, like my first class. Like, I put it out there. I told my clients, I'm like, tell
Yeah.
your friends, let's get this workout on. Like, I know I need it. I need
Yeah.
to be held accountable too. What
Right.
better way than to like build a community?
Right. And I've watched
So
your community just burst, like from
it was
having
cool.
like a few, because I'm pretty sure it was a learning curve for your clients too. To hey, they probably the last thing in anybody's mind probably during the pandemic in the beginning of it was like working out, right? Everyone's like, oh, what am I going to have my job? You know what I mean? Like, it can I pay my bills on time? But I literally watched you take your business model into the technical atmosphere and succeed. Like I remember watching some of your IG stories. Make sure y'all go follow Nubia on IG. And it was like 4 or 5 clients, and then it was like 30, and then it
You're
was just like,
right.
and it's like all these little boxes on the screen. It's like you can't even tell how many people in there. It was insane. But one thing that caught my attention, not just the workouts itself on Zoom, was the things you were using around for weights in the house.
Oh, that
Can
was
you
fun.
talk about that, please? Can you
Yeah.
share like literally like laundry detergent?
Oh, for real. It's heavy. It's heavy. It's like carrying your baby, right? Like if you guys don't know, it's beautiful baby Paris, and
Facts.
that would, yeah.
Yep.
Like it's like carrying. I would tell parents, like, use whatever you have around your house. If
Mhm.
you don't have weights, like, figure it out.
Yeah.
Body weight, like I lost like 8 pounds during the pandemic, and I'm not very big, to begin with, but you lean out because that hit cardio, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot different than going to the gym and like working like a machine. You can get
Right.
away with the machine, but doing freaking burpees and like mountain climbers and body weight push-ups is very different. So
Yeah.
I wanted my clients or whoever was on the other side of the screen, because they weren't clients and it was honestly just for fun.
Yeah.
And you're so right. Such a good memory. I went from 4 people my first class to like
Mhm.
over 30, and it just kept going
Yeah.
from there, where
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then
Right.
I created a 30-day like workout anytime. This was dope. I don't think you know this, but it was workout anytime, anywhere for 30 days.
Mhm.
And we shot in 30 different locations in San Diego, like Balboa Park, Sunset Cliffs, SeaWorld, like all the important like historical places in
Yeah.
San Diego.
Sure.
I shot and did a workout for 30 days and did a workout program that way. It was
That's
dope.
dope.
It was so hard, but I was like, what would I pay for?
Right.
How can I make this fun? Like,
Right.
moving your body and working out is fun. It should be.
Right.
So,
For sure. For sure.
right. So I was like, what do I have around my house? Because I was a gym rat the entire process. Getting my gym bag ready, getting my food ready, getting my big ass, like my water jug, like whatever I got, right? Like I was like, right. So I was,
Yeah.
how can I make it exciting and fun at home so that
Mhm.
people don't have to worry about their bills
Right.
and, right, their fitness level and their health
Right.
mentally and physically. I'm like, let me take, if I could take any stress off of you, let me do that. So I'm like, bomb, I used a pillow. Workout was hard as hell. A damn
I rem-
pillow.
I remember that.
The pillow, I use laundry detergent, which is heavy AF if it's
Mhm.
brand new, and halfway. Halfway is worse because it moves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
so
Facts.
it moves, right.
It's
I
like
use it
having
to
it's like having water jugs on a barbell, trying to press it.
exactly, yeah.
Mhm.
We used water, gallons of water. We used a pan,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
A frying Dude, a frying pan with your wrist. Everyone after class was like, I am never gonna look at that damn pan the same ever again. It was really neat. The creativity that came, not just me, but with everyone. The
Sure.
creativity that came through the pandemic was absolutely amazing. Like,
Oh,
you really had to be like, how can I get creative? Because
yeah. And I
we're
think
at
that's
home.
I think one plus thing from the pandemic, if you can consider it any plus, but I try to look at things on a positive aspect, and the pandemic brought out a lot of creativity in a lot of the people that I know, including yourself. So I salute you just for not letting the pandemic defeat you in the sense of stopping what you love to do and getting creative and stepping out of your comfort zone, using technology, and just going actually raising the bar. So even when the gym's open, you still have those traits and those skills that that you learned through the pandemic, and you can still
Hmm.
apply those, right? Like even when the gym's open, you're going to have that clientele, but then you can still now can keep your online class and using that to reach out to people outside of California, people on the East Coast, all over the place, man. So that's hell of a job, like hella dope. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
And we've
Thank
talked
you.
outside of this right here, and just ran different business ideas and whatnot, and how to grow
Yeah.
your business. So it's super dope to see you come up with
That's
some
your
stuff.
business.
Oh wow! Speaking of, that's the perfect segue, right?
Right. Let's talk business.
Let's first of all, like for all those who don't know and your first time listeners, um, the Teachers Lounge episode titles are like chapters in my life, right? So if you tuned into the first episode, notice that it says Ocean's 3. We broke down what Ocean's 3 is. I'm not going to explain it. Go watch the video on YouTube right now or listen on all major streaming platforms. Plug. Um, episode 1, we had a good friend of mine, Carlos Butler. He's a COO of a media company. Episode 2, that had the homie Quest Hawk on there. And all the titles have something to do with the relationship with the person that I'm sitting down and I'm talking to. And I don't like to use interview because we're not interviewing. We know each other. We're cool. You know what I mean? So what Nubia has on her head right now is from Gainz Apparel. I'll say about how long we known each other? 3-4 years, something like that.
I think 4
4
years
years.
now.
Yeah, because I started
Mhm.
a business in 2015, 2014, 2015. I can't remember.
5 years then. I've known you
5
for
years.
5.
Uh,
Yeah.
so
Wow.
pretty much me and Nubia met through I guess a mutual associate. Um, I was looking for a female model within the San Diego region. I had some female models that were outside of California, but I wanted to work with someone in person because I had a lot of ideas and I was looking for, I would say like a brand ambassador or a female face for the company, right? So I've met Nubia. We had the first day we did, we had Starbucks, and because I was like, I want you to catch a vibe with me. I want to catch a vibe with you, see if it will work. And we linked, and it was just like it was easy. It was an easy conversation. I shared with her my vision with Gainz, and then I wanted to know what her vision was. How can I help? And then we just formed a partnership and just said, all right, cool. I'm having a shoot in a couple of weeks. I got some new product that I want to shoot some commercials, some product pictures of. And if you're down, cool, let's do it. If you're not gonna hurt my feelings. I'll still follow you on Instagram, right?
Right. Right.
And so we had a product shoot, and it was several people. And Nubia came with all the energy. She knew all the trap music that we were playing during the shoot. She was like from what was like a 4-hour shoot, maybe 5 hours.
Face off. Face off. That's so many. The shoot was so long.
It was
was
hella
so long.
long. We was lit in North
It
Park.
was
People was
so
looking.
fun.
Hey, people was looking at us like, "What the hell are you doing?" Like it was fun time, and then
Like
from
it was like, sorry, I'm like cutting you
no,
off.
they're
I'm
good. You're good. You're good.
trying
You're good.
to jump in.
Get in there. Get
It
in there.
was it was so like you said, it was just like a vibe. You just talk to someone and you're like, it works. It connects. It's easy.
Yeah.
Real recognizes real, and good people
That part.
unfortunately are good people are hard to come by. And we've been friends ever since. And we had so much fun during that shoot. The shoot was like 4 to 5 hours. Granted, this is all just like out of the kindness of both of our hearts. Like no one's
Right.
getting paid here. We're just like,
Right.
life is good. It was
Right.
so fun. It
Yeah,
was
we was
such a
kicking
good
it.
time.
It was great, and I don't think nobody was really eating because everybody was trying to stay like picture ready and shit. So we sitting there starving, drinking
Yeah,
water. I mean,
right.
it was crazy. Like people stopped and watched and was like seeing what we're doing. We literally shot product pics and a promotional commercial in
Oh
one
yeah.
day,
Uh-huh.
and it was a fun time, man. And from there, like me and Nubia have been cool. Like her nickname for me is Nunu. I don't know if anybody. I'm gonna say it now that I'm the one that gave you the nickname, and if
That's
anybody
so
decides
funny.
if somebody want to say different, I'll fight them. Um, but
Right.
no, like me and New just been like cool, and even when I sold the business, and went a different route and got more deep into content creation and the photographer side and the video side, the first person I'm calling is like, "Hey, I got an idea. Like, do you want to model for me?" And the vibes were always there. If you go to Shooter for Hire or Nubia's page, you can see some of the content that we've created. If you need a model in the San Diego, LA district, hit her up. Her IG page is right there. I mean, she can give you all the looks, not just fitness. She can give you glamour. She can give you whatever you want, man. So, yeah. So to will it back in, this episode is called "Do You Have Gains, Bro?" And that's do you even have
Do
Gainz,
you
bro?
have Gainz, bro?
And that comes from just a saying, right? Like Nubia just come out with like these random sayings and whatnot. And that's one of the ones that kind of stuck out to me when I introduced her to the Gainz apparel line. So what? So again, this is episode 3, aka chapter 3. Do you even have Gainz, bro?
Yes.
And Gainz was a fun time, man. Like I appreciate all the help. I don't say I wish. I don't regret selling the business. And I always told you that there's probably something else that I might be working on. So
Mm-hmm.
stay tuned.
Mm-hmm.
But tell me about your experience with just like the Gainz itself, like from the product itself. What was your thoughts on it? Like give me like a quick rundown of what you think, what you thought about Gainz apparel.
Hold real quick. Remember when we were leaving Starbucks and you're like, this was the first day we met too. We were leaving and we were walking to your car.
Mm-hmm.
And my car was like kind of close to yours. And I was like, oh, I didn't even know it was your car yet. And I was like, be yourself. Look at that dope license plate. You're like, how did you know that says be yourself? Do you remember that?
No, I do remember that because most people be like birth self because it's BUR self.
Like,
Everyone's like birth
makes
self,
no
birth self.
sense.
What does birth stuff be? I'm like, be yourself.
Be yourself. And you were like, hell yeah. I think that's when you knew we're gonna be friends for
Yeah,
sure.
we lit.
We're
We
gonna
was
be
gonna be
friends.
lit. Yeah, for sure.
That
I
was
do
funny.
remember that. And
Mhm.
shout out to Brody, man.
Oh yeah. Brody for sure. Love
The
him.
Brody. She has a giant dog, a giant poodle, right?
He's a poodle golden retriever and he's 118 pounds. We weigh the same. We legit since I lost some pounds from the pandemic, we're legit the same. We weigh the same.
Brody's so chill. He just be like minding his business, like in the cut.
He's dope. We could bring him and just like let him sit here and he's just like, what's up, mom? Like, I'm a human too. I'm a human too. He just turned 10 on the 16th.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, happy B-Day to Brody. You know what I'm saying?
Check him out. He's the cutest.
But let's change the gears a little bit though. So,
do it. Okay.
here on the Teachers Lounge, powered by the Generational Wealth University and Network, one of the things I like to talk about is entrepreneurship, investments, and stuff like that. Now, we all know that by now know that you are a business owner, entrepreneur, life coach, fitness coach, etc. Right? We've talked about how the pandemic kind of changed your business model and everything. Investing wise, what is your level of investments? Do you have are you investing, and if so, what type of investments, and what other investments are you thinking about getting? And I know that was a 3-part question, but I have it written down. We'll come back to it.
I like thinking fast, so I got you on all aspects.
Yeah, for sure.
Funny that you asked the investment part, because investment can mean so many different things, right? People automatically think real estate or right now like cryptocurrency, but also investing in yourself is actually extremely important.
Talk to me.
So, right? So, what I've dedicated my time to during the pandemic is actually investing in my business aspect of it. But what I'm finding out is how it doesn't matter how much money you freaking make if your mindset is just not right.
Facts.
Right. So we can make all the money in the world with all the cryptocurrency going on and Bitcoin and all those things and real estate and whatnot. But if your mind's not right and you're not investing in your health, that shit doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's facts. No, I totally agree. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted you on this podcast, is for us to talk more about like the importance of like health. Like, people, when you hear like, yeah, man, you gotta, practice health, they be like, okay, I'm gonna eat right, I'm gonna eat chicken and broccoli and rice, and I'm gonna work out. Like, it's bigger than just eating right and working out. To tie everything back, like I mentioned, is that you can make all the money from real estate, stocks, crypto, taxes, whatever you do, right? Entrepreneurship, whatever you do. But if you're not locked in on putting the right foods in your body, and taking that time to go out and walk that 1 mile or do some push-ups or pull-ups or whatnot, or stretching, yoga, it really doesn't mean anything if you can't be around because you're unhealthy, to share this information with your family, your friends, your spouse, your kids, etc. Right? What are some things that are misinterpreted when it comes to like eating healthy, right? Like immediately when I say to people eat healthy, they eat chicken and broccoli. I don't like chicken and broccoli. It's like, no, dude, you can eat other things than chicken and broccoli.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
let's play Myth Busters, right? And I'm just gonna ask you some questions, like, and you just kind of like if it's a myth or if it's some truth behind it, right? So first thing, I'm gonna say this for our lady listeners: lifting weights, does that make you big like a man? Go.
False. Did I win?
You,
So around like go false. No.
That was hella
No.
fast.
I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like a timer. I was like, I'm ready.
No,
I win.
no,
I win. That's actually absolutely false. It does not. I mean, I lift every day. Can you see me? Like, I don't know where you can see me. Like, I don't feel like I'm still very feminine. I like to keep it. If you stay ready, you never have to get ready, which is why you can call me on any shoot. Because I'm like, I'm ready. I got you. What am I wearing? What am I not wearing? What do we got here?
Right.
Just kidding. But half the time I'm repping boy clothes anyways for you, but
Facts.
right? Lifestyle shoots, but no, it has I think that when we talk about like our health, fitness wise, and I know you're really big on mental health, so I can keep going back to that. I like working from the inside out, honestly, and help and being working on the inside, meaning like that mental internal health, and then the stuff that's on the outside is just a plus.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
So being healthy is a lifestyle. You like to drink, bro, drink. I like to drink. I'm Latin. Like we drink tequila. I drink wine probably every night. Not a bottle, but like I'm drinking, I can have a glass or whatever it may be. But I eat pizza. I don't lick lettuce all day. I don't just eat chicken and broccoli. Like
She said lick lettuce. Yo. That's hilarious.
right? Like you don't have to lick lettuce all day, And that's a lot of the reasons why I stepped away from the fitness stage, and I became a fitness pro, doing bikini competitions, and I just did not like having to count those calories and like always weighing your food and only being able to eat like tilapia and spinach. Like I hated that, and
Yeah.
I think that a lot of the times people think of that healthy lifestyle as licking lettuce and eating chicken and broccoli only. And it's not that way. You can have whatever you want in moderation. There just has to be a balance. So no, lifting weights doesn't make you buff like a man, unless you want to be. But you got to lift like some heavy ass weights for a long time. If it was that easy, we would not be trying to do this every day.
And to add to that too, ladies, you're gonna have to eat a lot of food to get that big. Like you can't eat 2 meals a day, work out, and just think you about to gain muscle mass. Like you gotta put in a lot of calories for a long time because you ladies don't have testosterone. So it takes a lot more for you to put on muscle mass with estrogen in your body. And, that's how the big man upstairs God made us. Like it takes so much unless you're cheating, right? Unless you out here getting growth hormones and stuff like that. Now we're talking about something totally different. But ladies, it's a myth. Lifting weights do not make you big and bulky like a man. You have way too much estrogen. You don't have testosterone levels in your body. And you have to eat so much food. I'm talking like 5,000-6,000 calories. Because
ask you. I mean, you're on the health kick. Like you're doing well. Looking all fit over there.
Listen, I be trying to tell them, but they don't listen to me. So I'm glad you're here to give it from a female's perspective. Because I try to tell like some of my friends, and I don't want to get big, shooter. I don't want to get like. Listen, you won't get big, like, but
Right.
I'm just a guy. You know what I mean? I don't know anything.
But
that's
how
why
much?
I got
Like how much do you eat?
I'll probably eat up anywhere between about 2,500 calories, which which I don't have any ambition to being this. Like 7 years ago, I was lifting super heavy. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even say 7 years ago. I say 5, maybe 4 years ago. I was
Right.
lifting,
Yeah.
deadlifting 400 pounds, squatting over 300, bench pressing 315. We're talking this is workout weight. You know what I mean? So now with me being 38 going on 39, I'm more so worried about
Dang,
functional.
you look good. You
Well,
look good.
black don't
Okay.
crack.
Right?
I'm more so on some functional training and like saving my joints, man. You know what I mean? I got a
Oh,
child
God.
that runs around, like my kid runs around everywhere. So, that's why I reached out to you and like, listen, I need you to hold me accountable. I need you to make sure that I lose this weight. Because I did have a little pandemic poof. You know what I mean?
Pandemic proof. That's a good one. I haven't heard that one yet.
I'm just keeping it real. But now
You got that dad bod. You got
I
that
had
dad bod.
it
That
was
lasted like a good 3 years.
yeah, it was getting there for sure. And now I invested in a home gym, a nice home gym. And I was literally out here painting my garage. And for those who follow me on IG, you've seen my stories where I literally turned my garage into like the goulash, as I like to call it.
What color
Um,
did you pick? What color did you pick?
I
Dark
picked
gray,
the
light gray, or black?
I picked the dark gray.
That's what I like. That was a
Yeah,
good
the
one.
dark gray's fire. Um,
Yeah.
so I'm locked in on my fitness because I am a gym rat too. And last year, my mental was a little down on the whole pandemic. Kobe dying. I had some friends. It
Mm,
was just a lot, man. And so I didn't really work out. So I got a little pandemic poof, but we back lit though. So we're in
yeah.
here. So to go back
Right.
to it, ladies, lift weights. Don't be afraid of the weights.
Lift
Um,
it.
cardio, being a cardio queen is not always the
Not
cool thing
fun.
unless you're out here playing some type of sport, which I like to bring. You mentioned that you're an athlete. So
I'm down.
what kind of sports did you play growing up?
I love, man, I love some sports. Also why we connect, right?
Mhm.
Shout out to Kobe for sure. Like
Yeah,
RIP to him and
yeah,
his family.
yeah, for
That
sure.
that was rough.
Yeah, it was.
Um, I played softball in college.
Mhm.
I was a second baseman. I'm
Nice.
only 5'3 3/4. Don't take away my 3/4 because I need those. If I put my nose up, I think I'm a little taller because
You
it probably
silly.
gives me a um, but yeah, I played softball in college.
Nice.
Yeah, I loved it. Amazing. And I just took up soccer. Like what, 3.5 years ago? That's
Nice.
fun. Yeah,
Nice. Nice.
yeah.
Okay. Athlete in the house, man. So ladies, don't be afraid, man. Don't be afraid
Mm-mm.
to get down and dirty in the trenches. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got another question, if it's a myth or if it's true.
Okay. I won't go fast. I'll go slower this time.
Uh, drinking alcohol stunts your gains.
Ooh. It depends. Yes, true. It depends on how much, but depends on how much. Like I
Okay.
said, there's no black and white to that.
Hmm.
If you enjoy drinking alcohol, drink it. Now, if you're sitting there drinking beer every day, no, it's going to take a lot longer for you to lose that body fat if you're
Right.
drinking beer every day,
Right.
right? So
Right.
it's about being strategic about what you drink. Now, if you
Mm.
want to drink clean, that's going to help you.
Mhm.
Now you drink some tequila, you're good to go. You want to
Mhm.
drink some wine, you're okay. A glass and a half, totally fine. If you're
Right.
drinking those mixed drinks though and adding in all that sugar and getting all of those extra calories in, that's what I don't like. So I teach my clients, if you're gonna
Okay.
drink, take some shots, but sip,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Right.
It's a different drink.
Right.
Drink whiskey, drink it clean.
Right.
Right. Vodka water.
There you go. What about tonic?
Tonic is good.
Tonic is good. So
Tonic is good.
I've recently, and I won't say recently, I say in the last couple of years, I've like really like cut my drinking like almost damn near off. Especially last year during the pandemic since I wasn't working out because I know those, you don't have room for them empty calories to be wasted on
No.
alcohol.
Mm-mm.
But for me, I agree with you that being a myth, but some truth because it all
Uh-huh.
ties back into moderation. Now,
Yes.
if you're sitting down and you just had a bad day and you're drinking, that's fine. Having a glass here or there, maybe two glasses. Keep it clean. No cocktails. But if you have a bad day for 365 days, like yo, that's gonna add up. Yo,
A lot of days.
that's a lot of days we having bad days. Like you might need to press the reset button in your life. You feel me?
Right. Yeah.
You might need to hit
And
Nubia up and let her
right.
give you a little coaching on your mental aspect. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and that just like goes to show like you're allowed to do whatever you want. You can really have some drinks and the food that you like. As
Right.
long as you're moving every day, you're good to go.
Yeah.
Even like if you're moving 5 days out of the week, 30 minutes a day, man, that's a big difference. You're gonna be okay.
Right.
And you can still have those drinks if you want them. But again, not those sugary cocktails, not those margaritas, not all that. No, it's just not those pina coladas.
Ladies.
No.
Ladies, the Cadillac margarita. It gets you every time.
It gets you every time. It gets you every time. It's too much sugar and salt. You're gonna retain all that. And again, it's gonna affect your mental health.
Yeah,
That's why you wake up the next day and you feel a little like sluggish and depressed.
So good point there too. And I want to, if you would like to elaborate a little bit more as far as like, eating bad and drinking, how that does play a part on your mental health. If you can kind of take us on a little deep dive on that, because a lot of people don't understand like the things you do put in your body can play with your mental and your nervous system and all that stuff, and could bring some added depression or anxiety to you. And a lot of people not aware that's a thing, right?
Right.
Take us on a journey on that.
So there's a reason why you can get a McDonald's burger and for like the inexpensive amount and then leave it sitting for like however long, months.
Years.
And it's exactly the same as it was, right? I just saw something today. I was reading an article and it literally looks exactly the same as the day you bought it.
Right.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to happen that way. So imagine your body intaking those, if your body's unfamiliar with like high fructose syrup, right? Mm-hmm. Terrible for you. Mm-hmm. Absolutely terrible. Affects your mental health, affects your body. If your body doesn't recognize it, it doesn't digest